The day I decided to pretend I was poor. I thought it would be just an experiment. But I was wrong. It wasn't an experiment. It was a test. A brutal one. Not for others, but for me. Because deep down, there was a question I couldn't ignore anymore. A question that kept coming back again and again, especially at night, when everything was quiet, when there were no distractions, just me and my thoughts. Do people actually care about me? Or just my money? At first, I tried to ignore it, like I ignored everything uncomfortable in my life. I told myself, "You're overthinking. These are your people. They care about you." But something didn't feel right, because I started noticing patterns, small things at first, then bigger ones, people only calling when they needed something, messages that always started normal but ended with a request. "Hey bro, how are you? By the way, can you help me with something?" Every time. Every single time. At first, I didn't question it, because I believed in loyalty. I believed in helping people, especially the ones close to me. So I helped. Again, and again, and again. Money for emergencies, money for temporary problems, money for things that were never returned. And I stayed quiet, because I thought, that's what real people do. They support each other. But over time, something inside me started changing, because I noticed something disturbing. No one ever asked me how I was doing. No one ever checked on me. No one ever cared about my problems. Only their own. Only their needs. Only their money. And slowly, I realized something painful. I wasn't important. My money was. And that realization didn't hit me fast. It built up, day by day, call by call, message by message, until one day, I couldn't ignore it anymore. And that's when the idea came. Simple, but dangerous. What if I remove the money? Silence. What if I act like I lost everything? My heart started racing, because I already knew the answer, but I didn't want to believe it. What if I disappear financially and see who stays? That was it. That was the moment everything changed, because once that thought entered my mind, there was no going back. I needed to know the truth, even if it hurt, even if it destroyed everything. So I made a decision, a quiet one, a dangerous one. I'm going to pretend I'm broke. And just like that, the test began. I didn't rush it. I planned it, carefully. I started cutting things off, slowly. No big announcements, no drama. Just change. I stopped spending money in front of people, stopped going to expensive places, stopped offering help. Then I sold my car, the same car everyone knew me for. That alone raised questions. "Why did you sell it?" I just smiled. Needed the money. Their expressions changed, confusion, suspicion, then curiosity. And slowly, the image they had of me started breaking. Then came the final step, the announcement. I told them, I lost everything. Silence. At first, they laughed. "Stop joking. You? Broke?" But I didn't laugh. I stayed serious. And that's when everything shifted. Because they realized I wasn't joking. And from that moment, their behavior changed. Not instantly, but slowly, and then all at once. At first, nothing changed immediately. No one reacted dramatically. No one said anything harsh. Everything felt normal. But only on the surface, because beneath that normal behavior, something was shifting. Something subtle. Something quiet. And I could feel it. The first sign came from my best friend, the same guy who used to call me every single day, the one who couldn't go 24 hours without texting me. Suddenly, he went silent. At first, I didn't think much of it. I told myself, he's just busy. Maybe something came up. But days passed, then more days, then weeks. Nothing. No calls, no messages, just silence. And that silence said everything. Because I knew him. He wasn't busy. He just didn't need me anymore. And once I realized that, it hit differently. Not anger, not shock, just clarity. Then came my family, and this part hurt the most. Because I expected more from them. I believed they were different, that no matter what happened, they would stay the same. But I was wrong. Slowly, their behavior changed. My brother stopped calling me. Then he stopped replying. Then he stopped acknowledging me completely, like I didn't exist. My parents became distant, cold. Short conversations, no interest, no concern, just distance. And the worst part? They didn't even try to hide it. Like my value had dropped, like I had lost something that made me important. And I knew exactly what that was. Money. One evening, I went over to their house, just to see, just to feel it myself. And what I experienced confirmed everything. No excitement, no warmth, no real welcome. Just formality, just obligation. And while I was sitting there, quietly, I overheard something. Something I wasn't supposed to hear. My brother's voice, low, careless. He's useless now. Silence. My heart didn't race. I didn't react. I just froze. Because those words came from my own blood. Not strangers, not enemies. Family. And in that moment, everything became clear. Painfully clear. I was never valued for who I was. I was valued for what I had. And now that I had nothing, I had no value. That realization cut deep. Deeper than anything else. Because betrayal from strangers is expected. But betrayal from your own people? That changes you. But instead of breaking, something else happened. I became calm. Too calm, because now there were no doubts, no confusion, no maybe they still care. No. Everything was clear. And clarity is powerful. Because now I knew exactly where everyone stood. And once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And that's when I made another decision. Not emotional, not impulsive. Cold. Calculated. Now, I watch. And then, I respond. Because the test wasn't over. It was just getting interesting. Months passed, and I stayed silent. Completely silent. No explanations, no reactions. Just observation. I watched everything, every person, Every interaction, every change. Who left, who stayed, who pretended, who disappeared. And by the end of it, the result was clear. Almost everyone was gone. Not physically, but emotionally. They weren't there anymore. No support, no care, no presence. Just distance. Except one person. Just one. Someone who stayed exactly the same. Didn't ask for anything. Didn't treat me differently. Didn't care about my money. And that one person proved everything. Because it showed me what real loyalty looks like. And more importantly, what fake loyalty looks like. And once I had all the answers, I ended the test. Quietly. Just like I started it. I brought everything back, the lifestyle, the money, the image, everything. And then, I showed up at a family gathering. The same people who ignored me, who disrespected me, who called me useless. And when I walked in, everything stopped. Conversations paused, eyes turned, confusion spread, because this version of me didn't match the story they believed. Wait, what? I thought you were broke. I looked at them, calm, unbothered, in control, and I said, I was never broke. Silence, heavy, uncomfortable. I just wanted to see who would stay. No one spoke, because there was nothing to say. They knew. They all knew. They failed. Every single one of them. And for the first time, they felt it. Regret. Not because they missed me, but because they misjudged me and lost access to me. And then I said the final line. Now I know who deserves me and who never did. And I turned around and walked away. Not angry, not emotional, just done. Because the truth is simple. Some people don't love you. They love what you provide. And the moment you stop providing, they show you who they really are. And once you see that, there's no going back. Because respect, once broken, never returns the same. And karma? It doesn't need help. It handles everything.